Welcome to part 2 of bike preparation. And yesterday I put my tubeless tyres on and I had a bit of trouble with the front tyre, which I thought I sorted out, and I went for a little bike ride. I managed to get out like I said I wanted to. Probably done about 8 miles on it, and it was good. I'll go into detail later about the tyres, but there was no issues, so I put the bike away. Woke up this morning because I planned on doing getting some big miles in today, and yeah, my front tyre's flat, so there's still a leak, a very slow one, so we're going to try and look at that today. It's frustrating because we're only maybe 3 months and it soon comes around. It's only like 16 weeks and I want to be putting the miles in now, especially while the weather's dry as well. I'm missing good opportunity windows, so it's a bit frustrating, but I've got to do it, so let's try and sort it today. I inflated the tyre to maximum PSI and watched the gauge to see if it dropped. And then I filled the sink up with water and I watched for any air leaks coming out of the spokes or the air valve, which there wasn't. So hopefully you can see that I've done all the possible checks I can do on the tyre without taking it off, and then that means I've got to buy new fluid to put in the tyre as well, so I'm trying to avoid that scenario at the moment, but it's staying solid. It's such a minute leak, I can't even see it if it's coming out anywhere. I don't know if what I've just done might have stopped it, but to be honest, I want the issue addressing before I start cycling down the country on it. So as you do, I've done some little fact checks on Google, as you do, and it's come to my attention that it could be the valve, because if the valve's leaking, that means it's leaking inside into the rim and then it's coming out the spokes. So I've had a little jiggle around with the valve, try and get some of the fluid to seal it for now, hopefully. But on that note, it's come to my attention when I put the valve in, there's 2 little O-rings. One sits outside of the rim, if you can see that, it sits under here, and the other one is inside, and I think, well, I have missed that out when I put the valve in. So the back one, I know it's got 2 in, so I've made a rookie mistake. I've missed an O-ring out, so I think that's the problem. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to order some more fluid today, and that'll arrive tomorrow, and then sort that out, hopefully, and then if that doesn't work, then I don't know. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do today is go for a ride, get some miles in. I don't know how far I'm going to go yet, because yeah, I don't know if I trust the tyres yet. So, but yeah, I'm going to go for a ride. Okay, and then I'm going to give you some info about the feel of the bike and the improvements it's made. Okay. Right, so we're going to scratch the idea of going for a ride, because just so you know, this is how my life works on a daily basis. So just put the wheel back on the bike, just about preparing, maybe just about to get changed, and all of the spokes now are leaking air, just all of a sudden. So let's try and get a video of it. I don't know if you can see the bubbles. I hear it. I mean, it sounds like there's a bowl of Rice Krispies in the sink. Lots of leaks. It's all coming through. So yeah, I need to fix that. So I'm going to take the valve off today, and no, I'm not going to do it today. I'll have to do it tomorrow. Well, I'm going to get the valve off. I'll have to replace the fluid. I'm going to redo the rim tape inside, so that's outlined and done. I know that's not going to be an issue. And then I'm going to get that little rubber washer that should be inside that I missed out. So no bike ride today, so I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day, and I've already done the bike, but I forgot to film this section of the video, so I'm doing it now. So next days we're going back in time, but my tyre fluid came, compliments of Amazon Prime, and I already had some rim tape left over, so there's no problems with trying to find some of that. So here's how it went. Over a bucket, so I didn't spill any fluid, I removed the tyre and the rim tape. With some warm soapy water, I gave the inside of the tyre a scrub and the inside of the wheel rim to remove any residue from the old puncture fluid and the old rim tape. With a clean rag, I dried the inside of the rim and made sure I got rid of any last remaining residue deposits. Once thoroughly dry, I applied the rim tape and made sure I pushed out any air bubbles. Using a clean dry rag to get into the far corners that my fingers couldn't reach, I made sure all the bubbles had been pushed out from the rim tape. With the valve stem, this time making sure I've installed the rubber O-ring to the inside end, because I think this was the cause of the last issue. Once pushed through, I'll install the second O-ring to the outside end of the valve stem, and then I'll screw on the metal washer, making sure it's nice and tight and it isn't going to leak any air. Next, I've installed the tyre again and pumped it up, and to make sure it's sitting nicely on the wheel rim and there's no air leaks. Happy that there's no air leaks. I'm installing the puncture repellent fluid back into the wheel. Once I've done that, I've reinflated the tyre and given it a good shake, making sure the fluid's covered all of the inside of the tyre and the wheel rim, so it's fully sealed, and giving it a good spin, and then I'll give it one last check to make sure I can't notice any air leaks. Well, that's that. I've just checked the tyre pressures again. It's been a few hours since I've done the front tyre, and as far as I'm aware, there's no leaks coming. But that's what happened the first time around. But I've had no problems with the back tyre, so whatever I did on the back tyre I did right. So hopefully that's the problem been resolved. So I haven't been out for a ride today. I'm gonna let that fluid maybe settle, you know, and see where it is in the morning. Hopefully when I get up tomorrow the tyre's not flat and I can start getting some miles in and really start prepping, and hopefully, I don't know what the next video is going to be about yet. Maybe when I'm riding, yeah, and I can start telling you about the performance, the difference it's made. Well, I've already rode it a little bit, which I said earlier, so I can feel a noticeable, quite a bit of difference. So I think I'll tell you about that on the next video. So up to now, hopefully that's it. I hope that was educational for anybody. Any other cyclists who are watching, someone else who's got experience, you know, feel free to comment what you might recommend, or what you've done. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what people's thoughts are. So I think what I'll tell you is about, I mentioned about the weight of the bike on my first video, on the prologue video. I told you my bike weighed 12.6 kilograms, and I also said I'd like to get it into the 11 kilo mark. So when I put the tyres on, the brand new tyres, I put it on the scales and the bike weighs 11.5 kilograms. So yeah, I was very happy with that. I was thinking maybe it's going to be like a half a kilo difference, but to have 1.1 of a kilo drop in weight, I was very surprised. I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah, up to now it's worth the effort. The next test will be how long do the tyres last, I suppose, because obviously I'm going to be doing my preparation rides on these tyres. I don't know whether I'll change them again, so I've got fresh tyres again for the ride. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, up to now it's been a bit of a faff, more than what was wanted, but it's done, the job's done. So for now that's it. Yeah, stay tuned, give me a like and a subscribe if you can, please. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.